I am Mr. Manley, and this is How to Mew. Today I'm going to talk about my full experience regarding mewing, what it is, and how you can do it too to basically completely change the way your face looks, how you breathe, even your posture. Okay, so I'm going to tell you everything I know right now in excruciating detail. So sit back, stay tuned, and listen up, kiddo. All right. I discovered mewing, about 4 years ago, okay? Yeah, maybe 4.5 years ago I discovered mewing, back in 2020. And I came across it, and apparently you're supposed to just keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And what that's supposed to do is widen your palate so you don't have these messed up, so you don't have teeth that look like the fence around a haunted house. You know what I'm saying? And a big honking dorsal hump nose, because that's what happens if you breathe through your mouth and you have slumped shoulders, droopy looking eyes, and this is something called facial physiognomy. So if you've ever looked at someone like Stephen Hawking that's in a wheelchair all the time, he has, over the years his face started drooping because, I'm not going to mimic the poor guy, but, he sits in a certain way. He's trying to sneeze, but he sits in a certain way, and his face became like that. Has your mother or father or gender questioning parent ever told you, don't keep your face that way, otherwise it's going to stay that way forever? Well, they were right, because the way you keep your face, your muscles can actually, your skeleton and your bones can actually move. And so with time, have you ever seen those African people that have like the really long neck and they have these things that look like these gold bars? Well, that's basically a form of mewing, except it's not really with your palate, it's with your neck, because over time they force their bones to grow, and you can too, but in a good way. And so I got quite a bit of results. I always I'm very grateful that I never disliked my face. I can't speak for anyone else. I've always been happy with my face. A healthy amount of happiness. And I also got some growth, or some reshaping, restructuring from my mewing. So by putting the tongue on the roof of your mouth, you can change the way your face looks. And so I'm going to talk more about what mewing is before I demonstrate how to do it, okay? All right, so mewing was developed by someone named Dr. John Mew, and his son is actually Mike Mew. And this father and son, they're British orthodontists, basically dentists, that are from the UK, and they're really cool, and they're really smart, and they got great jaws. They have, great facial structures, because they have uncovered the truth about why some kids look ugly and unhealthy, and why other kids, seem to look attractive and healthy. Okay, so these kids, some of them would mouth breathe like this, and that would cause their faces to droop and for their jaw to not be properly developed. And contrarily, they seen that the children that would keep their teeth in light contact and their tongue on the roof of their mouth would actually end up having better posture, better, fuller faces. This part right here is called the maxilla. The maxilla would come out and they would just look better. All you need to do right now is Google this. Google mewing before and after. And so after you've done that, you can see. And then you could do mewing before and after eyes, mewing before and after nose. So there's something that's called like the negative canthal tilt. Or sorry, positive canthal tilt, and people look like prey eyes, like a Bambi, like a deer, or like a crocodile, or like my dog. She has prey eyes. And then, you know, once you start to mew, or people that have been mewing their whole life, they actually tend to have hunter eyes, like a lion or a wolf. Okay, so you can look that up. The canthal tilt, C-A-N-T-H-A-L tilt. So that's really interesting. Hunter eyes for prey versus prey eyes. Super interesting. You know, we judge people based on their expressions right away. And so I'm just so passionate about this stuff. I'm so passionate about it that I'm not passionate about it, because I fucking researched this stuff to death. And to me, it's just like second nature. Like I look at somebody and I can tell, you know, what type of life they live because of their facial physiognomy. Physiognomy means physiognomy. It means the physical, and then nomi is I forget what that means, but it's like, I could look it up, but it basically means the way your face looks from how you were born and how you've lived your lifestyle, okay? Lived your life. And so, you know, you ever seen somebody has beady little eyes, or that person has a long crooked nose, or that person has like a little lying little lips, like small lips, or someone has like a big chin, and he's like he's a strong man. He's got a good chin, or a strong chin, something about that, like that. You know what I mean? Think about it. And so, John Mew developed this procedure that you can do all day, every day. You just hold your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And he's noticed that in children and young adults, and even adults that are, you know, my age, okay, or much older, the muscles in their face and the skeleton could still move a little bit, you know, could still move. The bones were still malleable. So that's really special and cool. And so, without further ado, I will now demonstrate how to properly mew. Okay? So, when you mew, what's really important is that you have the back third of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, because the back third of your tongue is known as the soft palate. Okay? And the soft palate is the more malleable area of the roof of your mouth. And then once you get into the ridge right here, the ridge, you can feel it right now. Once you get into that rigid part, it becomes less malleable or something like that. I don't know. But look it up. But anyhow, what you're going to want to do is, if you can say the word enye, nya, like the word jalapeno, jalapeno, nya, 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 nya. When you say that and smile, nya, nya, that's exactly where your tongue needs to be. Never take your tongue and push it against your teeth, because that's going to make you be able to eat apples through a chain link fence, and you'll have like horse teeth, you know? You don't want to be able to eat apples through a fence. Okay? You don't want to be able to do that. But you are going to want to be able to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and so you're going to go with something like this, okay? You're going to want to engage the back, smile, yeah. I don't know why I keep fucking doing that, but yeah. You don't want to push. What you want to do is suck. Because when you create a long suction, it's a lot easier to maintain over a long duration of time than just pushing hard for a few minutes and then stopping and forgetting, yada, yada, yada. I'm also going to note that when I first started, it's very funny because I couldn't properly get a suction and I kept making these noises, and people around me were commenting. It was very funny. People around me were commenting, and another thing is that actually, funny enough, the roof of my mouth actually got, I don't want to say there's like a sore, but it was a bit raw. Like I felt like there was some rawness, whatever you refer to that as, but you'll notice that I think the roof of your mouth has to get used to it. So don't be discouraged if your roof of your mouth feels like raw, sore or something. It's not the sore in the sense of like, oh, you have a sore in your mouth. It's not that bad. It's just I don't know, maybe you won't even experience it. Maybe I'm just sensitive. And so, you know, it's been an amazing experience. I'll do it probably definitely until the day I die. Right now I'm focused on something else called thumb pulling, and thumb pulling is actually a quicker way to expand your palate. Okay, you want to look inside my palate? And so, yeah, I'm experimenting with something. I'm not experimenting, I'm actually doing it. Something called thumb pulling, and you pull open your palate like this, and it actually expands your teeth and it reduces crowding. And it can actually help you breathe too in the long run because it does something to the way your trachea, it's like, I guess I don't understand it well enough because I'm not able to explain it. However, I do urge you to look into that part of the subject. Again, here I am standing here and I know more about this than people haven't even heard of mewing. There's people that literally walk around all day and they're like this. Like a beat dog, you know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be my new like never mind. Yeah, but it's hilarious. You know, the more you know, the better you do, and so it's really good to have proper oral posture, proper tongue posture, which is having the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Y'all are gonna look a lot more attractive, and you know, it's gonna make you. All right, if you learned something from this video, I need you to subscribe now. Share this to a friend or family member whom you think it would benefit, and I want you to post your questions, comments, thoughts, and observations down below. Bye for now.